Ah, oh, one. Oh, one now. I just say, man, I hate batch creating so much. So very much. I just want it to be down on record so much. Well, see what it is. Gotta make that name. Hey, why this stuff there? Oh well. Content, man. Content. Content creation is not easy, guy. No, like it's not easy. Like I don't know, you from the outside view, you view it like okay, these guys are just making videos. But bro, everything from the idea creations, the scripting, then recording. Oh, and then editing. It's the work. So all a bunch of work is work. People, you don't really appreciate this. Honestly, once you start recording content, you really start to appreciate content. Like really start to appreciate content. I don't know how little. I swear, and then you start to notice a lot of their bullshit too. Like before I started recording content, you know, this type of thing where someone will like a video, basically will be like, here are 5 ways to do this kind of thing, blah blah blah. Right? Here are five ways to, let's say, 5 best ways to make money. Right? Okay, you are interested now because you want to know how to make money. Then instead of just going to it, they will now use that first section to farm engagement. You know what I'm saying? Just so because if they just start it at the beginning, I feel like they feel like engagement will be low, but maybe they don't have a lot to say or they're trying to. You can basically tell when you start creating where someone is. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's not fake, but like where someone is intentionally drawing something out. Because once you start to create content, you start to learn these techniques of keeping people hooked. Or you start to spot it. You're not like, this guy is obviously doing this thing and then So in a way, it kind of spoils content for you. Or maybe it makes it better because you start to appreciate, I don't know, content creation is passion. Anyway, I just wanted to rant because
I get you.
yeah.
Again, I think this will be the second time I'm mentioning that guy on this channel.
Which guy?
Jose.
Jose, yeah. Jose.
That guy is, I don't know. This whole thing of intentionally drawing something out.
He does it.
That guy does it. I don't know if I feel like of everybody I watch, like out of every content creator I've watched, like from quite time on the internet, I feel like this top three in terms of like like creators that can get me hooked.
Oh.
But maybe let's say before, not anymore, because I don't really vibe with those kind of content again. And not even because it's bad or anything, just because like it's all repetitive, so there's no point.
Yeah, he's not. I feel like at this point he should have pivoted, right? Does he have a TikTok?
No, I don't think so. I feel like I've seen him on TikTok. No, I don't think. I
feel like he should have pivoted by now. Make new style kind of content. You've created a platform of youngins, but now they're older, and the current young generation don't give a damn what you're trying to say. Like they don't care about mosaics.
And that's what I was about to say. I was about to say, is it that he should pivot, or is it that his content is based off is specific for a certain age?
Those two things are true. Those two things are facts. He should pivot, and his content is outdated.
But the thing is here, when we were that age, we liked it.
Yes,
I've not spoken to anybody at that age now that will say, okay, yeah, do you watch Jose? Yeah, for me to like tell if, because I go there, I'm still subscribed to him obviously, so I go there sometimes and I like check his videos, and the comments are still active. Sometimes I even think to myself, this guy is bots or something. But then I feel like we just don't vibe with it anymore because we have seen through it. I don't know if you get.
I get, but me, I still feel like the people is just loyal. I don't know.
Are there still guys our age that watch that guy?
I don't know. Me, I just feel like because it wasn't just our age, even older people watch this.
Yeah, actually.
So me, I feel like in terms of younger generation, I don't think the younger generation are tactically watching about it. I think there's those people that have been watching it for 10 series that are still continuing it, right? And I feel like
maybe actually because his growth for like subscribers hasn't been.
It hasn't. I feel like maybe he's just fine where he is. If he's fine where he is, no problem. But if he's trying to grow, I feel like he should pivot.
Plus, I think YouTube is more or less like, obviously YouTube was his starting point, but now YouTube is like a subsidiary thing for him. Like he has his business.
Yeah, I get it. I get Yeah, I get, because maybe he started YouTube to push his business.
Yeah, and then he's suddenly out there. He doesn't care anymore. He just keeps doing what he's
He
doing.
wanted why he should switch up, but if his business, everything is doing well, kudos to him, man. He doesn't have to. Nobody's forcing him to make content. I think, obviously, yeah. Of people like us who have nothing, you make that. We people.
Well,
Okay.
brings us to
Today's episode, yeah. So what are we talking about today?
gender roles.
Gender role is gonna turn some heads and raise some eyebrows. Bro, so gender roles in today's society, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
How, like,
First off, do you believe it exists?
of course it exists. You don't know, it's not even like a society thing, it's a biology thing. It's in our DNA. You can't escape it. If you're, I like, even if like we were raised in a society where gender roles weren't said, they weren't obvious in our face. Let's assume everybody were raised to be warriors, both men, both women, and everything. Biologically, you would still have that
That trait.
traits. Yeah, that trait in you to protect. You don't want to get protect, to take charge when in an environment of women. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. You still have that biological need, and if you were raised in a situation where we're all taught to be raised to be women, right? We're all raised kitchen duties. We're all raised. I don't know why it's always a problem when you say, "Oh, you're raised to be a man, take charge, make money," it's not a problem. But when you say raised to be a woman and you mention kitchen, everybody will, "Oh, yeah, kitchen.
How in? I don't understand.
When you say war and men, oh, everybody, yes, one die. But when I say kitchen and everybody, I've said it.
You do have a point,
You say, but even if you're raised, but basically what I was trying to say, if you're raised in a society where everybody were just raised to be women, you get do women things, the men are women, you would still have that. You would feel like something is missing. Like your men, you still hear that urge to take charge and do shit. So it's biology. I definitely believe in it. So it does answer the upper here exists. Yeah.
Okay. Well, our next point. In today's society, how is it perceived?
I feel like the world we live in now is very, very delusional. Like people lie to themselves a lot. I know, right? I can't tell you why. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Why we just decided to just abandon the truth and just lie. Just okay. This is.
But the thing is, I don't even think he's abandoning the truth. I feel like some people actually are starting to genuinely believe it.
Because if you tell a lie long enough, it will start to feel like the truth. And gender roles is one of those lies that people are starting to believe, or the non-existence of gender roles is those lies is one of these lies that people are starting to believe, because people feel, some people feel anything a man can do, a woman can do better. And I feel like something that started off as just something catchy. I don't know how it started off, but I don't think the people who started it off really did this thing. And not to say that women are not capable, right? Being raised by my mom, I know that yes, women are definitely very capable. But even at that, I'm not going to say like, oh, there's still aspects that if now that you think about it, you'll be like, oh, if it was a man, yes, you're short, it should have been handled differently. So as I'm getting older, I'm starting to understand this. That like obviously both parents and what I'm saying, if it was a man in that situation, it would have been handled. But still, understanding and believing that yes, she did her best and everything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not taking away that, but I'm still
Obviously, there's still like certain things where
yeah. So that's not to say women are not capable, but we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, that's what gender roles is. That's my own understanding of gender roles. It things that this gender can do, that this gender is not really great at, and the thing that this gender is wonderful at, and this gender is not that big at. that's where gender was coming up.
It's like as if anybody cannot do any of it, but just for efficiency, like
Gender is just more capable of this
yeah.
than this gender. And so trying to lie to yourself that it's not so is just bringing a lot of complications in the world right now. That is not.
Honestly, it's just other bullshit because it doesn't even make any sense to begin with. And this brings me back to, I think we spoke about this in a previous episode. No, not the previous episode. I think the first one. Yeah, I'm not mistaken. We talked about. I think that was the
the one that we lost. The episode we lost. Yeah, this is very bad. And that was one of our best. It's gone. Like actually, it's gone, or we would never be able to watch it.
Oh well. So yeah, we talked about equality in that episode, and that really marked my point where I feel like I said something about how equality does not exist, even from a biological standpoint. So there's no way it can exist, even if we try to make it, it just can't get. So because obviously, like I was having a conversation with my cousin the other day, I think last week or last 2 weeks, and then she goes, I told her straight, like from Port. She's older than me, I think about 2 years. And then I told her straight, like, your younger brother that I think I'm older than with a year. Yeah. You cannot beat him in a fight. Hands. Like, it's not possible. Unless if today he became a professional boxer all of a sudden. That's the only way.
That's the only way. And God, pray to God, he too does not learn how to pray.
Do you get? But like, if it's the way you are now, and the way he is now, you cannot. If you guys fight 10 times, he'll beat you 10 times. Unless you guys,
let's fight 10 times, he's literally left.
Unless maybe, you get some kind of weapon or something. But if it was just straight fist, like straight hand, you are not going to.
You can like something like that, like so obvious exists. Why do you not feel like genders don't exist?
It doesn't make any sense.
Clear and obvious, physically, and more powerful than you. And you're trying to tell me that you understand this part, you believe it. Maybe some people for some reason don't believe it, but you as a person, you understand that fact, you believe it, I'm stronger than you, but you still refuse to accept gender roles. It's a crazy thing to me.
Doesn't make any sense. You see things like, and then what even makes it like, I don't know, because I feel like aside the fact that it's an agenda being pushed, because there are some people like on the internet where they genuinely believe it, and then there are some that they don't necessarily believe it, but they just want to push it because they have an ulterior motive. It's like, I'm not trying to say okay, feminism or feminists or any of all those things is like it's a bullshit movement or anything, but like you can pick certain feminists from that group, and then you ask them questions for long enough, and then you realize, these guys are not even feminists. They're just doing this thing for clout, to get, or you get straight up clout. Because why will a woman set a camera and then be saying things like, in a marriage, it's not, even if, like, you get the point of it, I can't even say it because it doesn't even make any sense. Like, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, I think she posted something about how people that go on with codes with saying, as a woman you should, as a woman you should, as a woman you should, and I'm like, but as a woman you actually should do certain things the same way as a man actually should do certain things, because obviously,
exactly, we should. If we don't understand, like, there's this thing people don't understand is like this life. One thing I just understand is that this life, life on its own doesn't really have meaning. We give it meaning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if as a person, you've come to understand your own understanding of life is that I'm here to worship God, right? That's your own
meaning of life. Yeah,
I'm here to worship God. I'm here to serve God. That's the meaning you've given your life. You decide to follow this system, right? If me, I'm like, my own meaning of life is like, I'm here to I love music. I'm here to create music. I'm going to be the best. That's your own meaning of life, yeah. If
you wake up every day doing that,
you get what I'm saying. You wake up every day. You've decided that that's your own. That's we give life meaning, And if we give life meaning. So everything that as a result of that we have now is a result of that meaning that we give a life, right there. So if we now decide that, okay, gender roles don't exist anymore, men and women don't exist anymore. If you get what I'm saying, then okay, then what are we now doing?
Like
here?
you get.
Then nothing makes any sense, anything. Only the hierarchy of power is us that put it there. You know what I'm saying? Literally, it's not only the world is a chair. And we decide that, okay, this is for sitting. If for some reason now, the world just says, this is why a chair, this is a heart.
Literally up every with other person.
Nigga, the word suddenly makes no sense. You get what I'm saying? So, as a man, you have to do certain things for the world to go the way it's meant to be. And as a woman, you have to do certain things for the world to go. So as a man and a provider, I've accepted that role as a provider, a protector, a this thing. So everything I'll do is in pursuit of that, right? And as a woman, you too, you have your own roles. Then when I will talk before they start tagging me and say, even later down in the future, someone will put this key. As a woman, wherever your roles are, is what you've
And you know it. You know it deep down. You know what you're supposed to do.
Then when we start to lie to ourselves, I'm like,
No, that's it.
I'm a protector. I'm not. Look at the world, then the world will just crumble.
Cause nigga,
It's just because there's no one giant rule book in the sky that all those people are looking at. It's what we've accepted and agreed on that we're going on. You know what I'm saying? There's no law enforcement.
and it's just the efficient way to do it.
It's just the efficient way.
If we were to switch the roles now and say, okay, we now should do what they do, and they should do what we do, it's gonna crumble. Because we are not fit for what they do, and they are not fit for what we do. It's so this. If you want to it's like anybody that says it doesn't exist or doesn't, it's like they're just trying to question God.
That's literally what it is. You're just trying to question things that you can't even comprehend. Even as much as you believe in God, I believe in God, right? All the things we believe, there's no enforcer that is standing beside us.
Yeah.
If we go against it, we get punished,
Yeah.
right? What our beliefs is,
After.
there is no this thing. We're just working off of belief. If I now decide that, you know what?
Fuck it.
For those beliefs, there's nobody that's going to
Hold you are valuable. There's no way in the world that says, oh, if you don't believe in God today, you're going to prison.
Thank you. There is no rule book. So all these things are things that we've just put in place for ourselves, for society to function, for society to exist.
Yeah.
If we suddenly go against them, society no longer exists.
We're just animals are just going around. And even animals have never have a structure. Like, bro, even animal, like, it's so why are we now arguing?
Think about it. Even our animals are going against this thing. They banish them. Like, bro, where you think like this somewhere else? Hey, do whatever you
What?
Yeah. Yo. And then us without design now, even the things that animals themselves are used to know. We've transcended.
They're so crazy. Like, we're smarter than these creatures. And then they just do the basics so much better than us. Like, why?
Nobody's asking you anything in this life. Just accept that, okay, yes, I'm a man, you're a woman. Do whatever you want to do, like, as a man, and we are whatever I want as a... Oh, no.
No, we said you have to twist it. And the funny thing is, when, like, it's so crazy because how do I put this? When, okay, the conversation I was having with her, for example, after she posted that stuff about as a woman you should, as a woman you should. And I said, but as a woman, you actually should do certain things. And then she was like, oh no, it's like as if you should not do certain things. So, but it's just how people are doing it. And I say, okay. So what was one the point of, the gets? And then I did not say that. I just was in my way there. And then I think the conversation went a different way. And then it got to a point where I had to now start explaining gender roles to her. And I was like, in my house, for example, today, in my house, there's me, my mom, my sister, and my younger cousin there. If, God forbid, at night, armed robbers were to come to that house, logically, who would they expect to stand up? Either is to go and speak to them or do whatever. But who is just going to be the first to stand up? Everybody will look to me. Because obviously, nobody can look to my younger cousin. Yes, he's a guy, but I'm older than him. You get nobody can look to my sister. Nobody can, like, even if something were to happen to me, like in the process of it, nobody will blame them because I'm actually the one that's supposed to go there.
Exactly. You get the only thing is if something happens to them, what will say to your face, but they'll just be like, what you did in house? You guess. The else. Like, anybody will say, oh no, the narrows, they exist.
Then, you know, for instance, when I said this, I recorded the first voice note explaining this one. No, in the same voice note, then I now said, see, likewise, as a woman, my sister now, for example, today in the evening, nobody will expect me to enter that kitchen and cook. It will either be her or my mom. It's not a diminishing thing or whatever. I'm not saying, oh, it's forbidden for me to enter the kitchen. No. But it is just like my permanent, like it's not a permanent habit because like from time, that's just how it is.
I don't know why they see it as a thing of body. You don't understand. My survival is based on people. Myself, my name. You. Good. My practice. For that day is not good. I'll be so. You know understand. My mental health. My movement for that day is just destroyed. Don't fact that I'm right now. I don't get this period. I don't. Yeah, I say. This is as this thing go. You don't understand the power you have.
And then she goes, oh, she understands my own part, oh, but she doesn't understand the part of my sister.
You get what I'm saying?
You understand me going to face criminals, and then potentially dying. But you don't understand you entering the kitchen to whip up a meal.
Then I've decided to risk my life. Like I've accepted the role that if anything is up now, I'm willing to die for you. You cannot fun. You gotta dance the move. You gotta like that's so funny. I've accepted that. Okay, I can. Do you know how? Do you know how like it will sound somehow? But do you know how many like tired men out there who be ready to take your role at the heartbeat?
Hi. Make those great. Let me make those big house like this. Just wake up for morning. Right now, cook rice for this person. You don't be tattoo this finish. And now you don't chop your rice. Go outside, go make money.
Like that's it. And this is again, we need to state this thing because people are not taking anything from women. We let out there that in terms of work rates, they work as much as men. But in the traditional sense, a household where a man and a woman exist, these roles are just like they. Because
even if you want to say, oh, okay, it's a man-made thing, like what's the word? We created it ourselves, or let's even say, oh, like they'll say patriarchy, like, okay, it's a patriarchal thing, men are the one that did this to control women, all of that stuff. Okay, fine, let's agree on that. You check your Bible. A lot of you are Christians, you believe in God, yeah? You check your Bible, you will see it there. You check your Quran, you will see it there. Oh, now it's not me now you come and meet too. It's God you go and meet and go and explain to him. Okay,
it's such a crazy thing. The thing is that it's a see. I don't. But and the topic is so so crazy. It's so wild if you think about it.
Because why is it even a discussion in the first place?
Special. As a man, I'm not even saying like, look, if it arises that like, okay, a situation where the man and the woman goes to work, right? Then the lady says, you know what, I don't want to work here, right? As the man, you'll be like, okay. It's not like, and when I say as a man, I'm talking about like human men, because some men are not human beings. I'm talking about human male,
yeah,
not animal, not iron, not. We're talking about human beings here. So please look at it through that lens, because I understand that there are some very dangerous beasts at the day dressed in human skin. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about our fellow man. You know what I'm saying? So if in a situation where the lady says, I don't want to work anymore, I want to stay at home and take care of the family, right? As a man, well, okay, you're providing for the family, you're not really struggling like that. You'll be like, okay, yeah, sure.
No problem, enjoy yourself.
I can keep it with you, right? You have that option, right? To stay back and take care of the family. It's not an easy feat. Nobody's saying is that, oh my, there isn't a taking care of the family, one of the hardest things ever to do. Nobody's saying it's easy, but you have that option to just stay back, no more hustling, and just take care of the family. But as a man, I don't have that option.
No option, no.
I cannot say, oh yeah, nah, I know the house. Okay. And do what for?
Oh, you want to be working from home? Is that what you mean?
I don't want to work from home. I just want to. Because the first thing people will do say, they just want to say, and do what? What do you mean by just want to stay cool? I don't have that option. So I've decided that, you know what, I've accepted that, you know what, there's no rest for me, there's no break, there's no off time. This is something that I am accepted, right? I've come to this world, I have met. I'm just, yes, this is my role, no worries. Why can't you just accept your role as the as the glue of the family, the person literally holding the family together? Why can't you just accept that, yes, that's my role, and be proud of it?
Then just gone wrong with your life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, and I think like I feel like, why is it, who is pushing this idea? Like, is it the government?
It gets to a point where you start to think like, is it that is even behind this? Because when you think about it, yeah, okay, let's look at it this way. You go about saying, oh, I don't want to sit down home and cook for anybody. I want to work, I want to be a career leader. I'm not even saying it's bad. Everybody has their choice to make in this life. You get, fine, you don't want to get married, you don't want to have children, you don't want to do all of that stuff. And then you find out, you don't ask yourself, like, okay, wait. You're actively choosing to go out there and face people that are equally capable as you, or even more capable as you in the same work field, rather than, just
If it's like back and relax, you get what I'm saying? If it's a situation where you have to, by all means, nobody, yes. When it's a situation where somebody has put you in a position where you don't have to, right? Like, it's not a crazy thing. Fire you again, you still choose it. If it's like you have goals,
yeah, like you get,
pursue your goals. What if you're doing it out of spite, just because just because me, you raise the house? Never. I can never do such a.
and then it's so crazy because most times, when you see the like females or the women that have goals and like are not doing it out of spite, gender rules won't be a discussion between you and them because they have sense.
See, I'm telling you, when you see the people that don't do it out of men are not even like ancient. We grew up around this kind of women, for God's sake. These are women we know, our mother, our auntie. It's not like we don't know women that have careers. We know, like,
Have you ever had your mother like say, oh, it doesn't make any sense?
who says, like, we grew up, we don't see, in this, and
Growing up, yeah, like for example, like obviously I met my dad, but right now I really can't remember much. I was 3 when he died. So like from 3 up until now, it has been my mom. My mom has been both my dad and my mom. You get,
yeah.
So I won't go out and say, oh, what's it called? She's not career focused somebody. Yeah. Like literally, she worked all her life, went to school. I went to school. You get,
And still took care of the family. She didn't, like, imagine she just said, okay, I'm doing the job of the man now. Somebody should do the.
or she looks at my sister and say, oh, okay, you be.
No, man. And the thing is that I don't know why ladies, nobody looks as a man. Like I said, I'm not talking about animals here, about men. As a man, that point has to be. Have you ever seen a situation where a man looks down on a woman for being a housewife? Yes. For being a provider of the family. It's not
That's a sensible
person. Like, this thing is just woman to woman beef.
You get.
As a woman, like, okay, what do you do? Oh, I'm a housewife, provide for the family. I'm like, oh, okay, that's very nice. You feel what I'm saying? That's very nice. Then I ask you about the situation. Oh, how's the family and everything? I'm not thinking like, you don't work. That thing only happens with men. How about what do you do? Like, oh, me, I'm a time. Me, I was one. Are you? When you get shit. I think this money. I feel like it's a woman. You know the way it's a man.
Yeah, like you get.
I feel like it's a woman's woman because I've never in my life looked down on any woman that's just sitting because of her family. Like, and I feel like,
Because that's just a natural thing to do.
like,
It's unnatural for men. That's why I would look and say, are you?
even like taking care, you guys just do it better. Have you seen a man like where a man just like trying to take care of like children? It's horrible, though. It's horrible. You cock up at the house.
Especially like let's say for example, I think I follow one guy on TikTok. He's divorced and then with 3 daughters. Yeah, I think his oldest is about 12, but yes, if I'm not mistaken. So like obviously none of those girls are like capable enough to like, take care of the home. So he still does the cooking, does the cleaning, all of that stuff. He has said it in many videos before like that. At the beginning stages of the divorce, it wasn't always like this. Like it was all this whole organized. Even now, it's still not, because that is not his natural habitat. But like at first, it was way worse than this. He had to like learn the ways to like,
Guy, I'm telling I understand it like crazy. Like it's not something you just come I just comes naturally to that care. Like when I told you now I was taking care of that it's really simple. Nigga, like the first time we spent time together, I could not understand things that were going on. I'm like, okay, I said I've given you what, why are you still shout? I don't understand. You guys, it's not something that just come naturally to you where you just take the kid up and then
you get, yeah, like
you are thinking about things logically, like us, we are syndrome with you. Hey, shouting. Hey, reason now. Say, wait,
obviously a woman now. She's like, okay, fine. That's it.
so if you have this power, why are you rejecting it? Why are you, and for the men out there that are not stepping up to their roles, that are trying to, I don't know what you're trying to morph into.
It's like, it is like, if it's not 50-50, I'm not doing it.
You're a clown. You're a clown. You want, it doesn't know. It makes no sense. So you want a traditional woman that will take care of the house, cook, clean, this thing, and now cough up 50% provide me. I did. Come on, bro. It's
Nah, man.
a clown. And I don't get it, man. But okay, I have a question. Where did this gender thing start? Because growing up, I understand that we weren't really uh what am I saying? Our brains weren't as developed as we are now, or maybe we won't pick up on some things. But I feel like if these things were as serious as it was back then, we would notice.
Yeah, actually.
So when exactly did this gender role?
One thing, like, aside gender role and stuff, like this whole, like a lot of bullshit that is online now. I think it comes from, because if I want to think back to like 2013, 12, I don't think any of these things really existed. I don't think it was a problem. Like, it wasn't a discussion per se.
It really wasn't a discussion. I don't think, because I don't remember, like if it was a discussion, people were these things like, oh, let's be so why
You understand?
I don't even even back then just wanted they really wanted husband, my guy. To be kept here and not marry back then was not something you looked up for. It was not a sight to go out. I you were like they weren't looking for that shit, like give me a wedding. They wanted to get married, they wanted to do what. So I don't.
Is it crazy? What is it? And even they are like lead. Will I say, like, for Nigerian feminists now? I feel like they are a. I don't know if they have, because I'm not a feminist. But I don't know if they have like a hierarchy or
Not a feminist.
no. I say it every time. I'm not against it, but I'm not also in support of it. It's only for the fact that the core idea is equality, and I don't believe in equality.
Yeah.
So like, their leader now, let's just put it that way. I think it's Chimamanda that's her name, yeah? Yeah, that woman. So, like, is it Chimamanda? You know her now. Is she, is it? Yes, it's Chimamanda. Yeah, I think she was the author of this, is it Yellow Sun, if I'm not mistaken, that book. But yeah, that's by the way. I think it was a seminar or so. She literally said like, and to the new, or like recent, or let's even say upcoming feminists are online, like, go around with misandry guys, these guys that's feminism. It doesn't, like, those were her words, just like, it doesn't make any sense, because she literally said at the end of the day, everybody has like what they are supposed to do. So you going around hating men and saying, oh, okay, this one, that one, it doesn't make, that's not feminism. That's not part of you're being a feminist.
Yeah, is that just you're just hating men. Just you know what? At this point, I would just accept it if you come out and say I hate men. Okay, I understand you men. There are a lot of things that are some outrageous things that men are do. I can sympathize with you. You hate men, fine. Let's go about something.
Okay, give me your specific because of it. I saw a video yesterday. I think forgetting what the video is about, but in the comments, I don't know if you notice on TikTok now, there's this whole purple thing going on. Call them purple rangers. So like if
Everyone like purple profile, and all that.
so in the comments, that are like those were the like the accounts that were filled in the comments, and then one stopped with me, and then I think she said something about how I forgotten what the video was about. The video, like, if I can remember what the video about to like put more, I don't know, clarity to the comments. But essentially what she said was she doesn't believe yes, I think she said something about feminism. Me now, I said I don't believe in equality, yeah. She said she's a feminist, but she doesn't even believe in feminism because she doesn't believe she's equal to any man. She believes she now goes on to say she believes every man is under her.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you get.
I guess so. She's at the top.
You get. And then I saw that and I'm like, okay, let's even assume this is what, obviously that's misandry and that's not feminism, but let's even assume that is what it is about. Is this not going against what you're fighting? Like, is this not the same thing? What, like, you're fighting for equality, right? And then now you believe you are higher than somebody. What's the difference between you and that person now that is oppressing you? Like, if you believe, oh, I am higher than this guy, it's the same thing with a guy that believes he's higher than a woman. Yeah, I don't know if you get the point I'm trying to make. That's like if assuming feminism is what that is about, because obviously she's just being a misandrist. And then the main creator of this thing, I think there was one comment she replied to. And then she said something about, the person talked about misandry, and then she said, oh, you're firstly a feminist before you're a misandrist. And I'm like, you're firstly a feminist. You guys are confusing me now. Like, you guys, sister, I've forgotten what the main comments was, but like that was her reply to the comments. You're firstly a feminist before you're a misandrist. So essentially, is he trying to say it's okay to be a misandrist? Like,
yeah, I feel like maybe it starts off as feminine, yeah, the boy you go into hating me out. It's I don't you see.
So like a lot of them, you just see it and like I said the first time, I pity who. My own problem is people that just take everything they give them and just like they don't think for themselves.
It just feels bad. I feel like that's childhood. Like as a kid now, like yes, I understand it. Like because as a kid, I just took everything I was being. But as you're going older, you start to think, you start to locate space, and you need to start coming up with your own ideas, like thoughts.
They don't just tell you something and you just take it like that. Like it doesn't make business.
Face value. I don't.
It's the same thing. Like
I don't even understand feminism at this point. I feel like feminism started off as women's rights now. Women's right to vote, everything. Okay, we're in a situation where there's no such thing as women's rights. There's nothing that a man can do
that you're allowed to
so everything, starting your own business, working, dressing how you want, you can do it more. In fact, we want you to do more. We want you to work in oil rigs. We want it. Come on, you get go, work, build houses.
We're lucky mama.
What's screeding? Those guys that used to screed work. Come on,
cleaning skyscrapers, go.
I'm saying cleaning. Do
I mean nobody's stopping you to be.
Why should listen? We can have conversations about equal pay and all that shit. But you want to say
it's like I made this point to one girl one time, like about how right now there's no rights where like women, and then she was like, oh, they still have to fight because it is the fight that they fought from back that made the rights now allowed for all women. Now I'm like, okay, fine, allowed to vote, allowed to this, allowed to that, allowed to that. What more do you want to be allowed to do again?
You don't understand? It's that same mentality of fighting. That's why you have animals here using the electrobreathes where you know what I'm doing. Yeah, the same. I still need to keep fighting. That is bringing a lot of issues. You fought, you won. Very good. Very, very. Now just live life. You don't understand. Now just live life. Just
because obviously I understand that like there are still some parts of the world where like maybe rural villages where they tell you, oh, as a girl you can't go beyond primary 6 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, fine. obviously it's like let's say world hunger now, for example.
Yeah.
Obviously, world hunger is a bad thing, and everybody's aware of it, but it still exists because there's really no way to like take care of 100% of a problem at the end of the day. You get? So there's still going to unfortunately be some girls out here that don't get the right. But if the publicity gets to them, they are obviously going to be allowed to do this thing.
Yes, and exactly. If you notice that okay, this area there are women that this thing, take your fights there. You no bring your resources, take it there, fight. We will support you. Nobody, you understand? Okay, they are not men. Again, I'm thinking about human men. There are no men there that are like that thrive in women's suffering. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, like this thing have to. I love it. Nobody. If someone sees that in a human being, naturally, if someone is facing injustice, you're inclined to the person. So if you see like, oh, there are women out there, this we see that okay, these women are taking resources there to help, men will follow you. And you get what I'm saying? But you're fighting people that are not fighting against you. What do you want? I want to vote.
Everybody is saying you should know.
I want to hold and make the same as you.
It's the same thing. That remember there was one time, like I think last 3-4 months, if I'm not mistaken, this whole Senate stuff where they said Apabio was so and then they were like, oh, okay, so it's a gender thing and all that. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's even agree that that's what that's what is going on, right? You're saying he's against her because they see her as a threat. She's climbing the ladder. She's this, she's that. I'm like, do you realize that if an election was conducted today and Tinubu is only male aspirant in that what's it called, election space, among the aspirants for presidency, and the rest of them are female, do you realize that Tinubu will still win that election? And then she goes,
I'm like, yes. You know, like, you see it because the women will fight for him. You trust it. So there's what we need to do.
even as bad as like we're living right now, they will still vote for this vulgar. I promise you. They will. And it's not even about like women in the village. People that are like sensible, people that work, they will still go and
we vote for Tinubu. Tinubu will be. He's not already saying women, the population of women to men is becoming 2-1. Like women are becoming more than men, yeah. So if we get to a situation where all the women are just unanimous in their decision, there's nothing you can do. I'm not joking. The way the system is set, there's really nothing the person can do. If you guys don't start spamming candidates, you guys don't start working really hard, there's nothing we can do. And you all are backing each other. Eventually, look, at some point there, if you guys are not winning, then we just do, oh, okay, these guys are just bringing this shit. Then you can come out of and like, you guys are scored, you guys are ahead. You understand? But like, guys, the problem at the end of the day is see you people. See you want to face them. Come and say, man, face me. If a lady, like, the way this world is set up, if a lady works really hard, she will, look, everybody faces inequality at some points. Like, everybody faces, like, there's something that will hold you back. Yeah. If abroad now, maybe it's your race. Here now, it could be your class, your connection, tribe. We all face this thing, definitely. But at some point, the things holding you back cannot, like, at some point, it just that keep holding you back just snaps. Because once you put in so much, like, you just chase after it. So if
definitely cross that.
If there are women that are just relentlessly going after that power, chasing after power, relentlessly,
at the end of the day,
I'm not saying that there are no men that are against, like, I'm not even using men. I'm not saying there are no animals there that are not against these things, right? But eventually, like, once you see, okay, this one came, eventually you start to see that the gap is closing. Oh my God, it's such a close match. She almost won.
She almost
again. Only she has won. So I'm just saying, like, you're fighting the wrong battle here. Me and Ikechukwu cannot do anything. Me and Ikechukwu are fighting for our life. Stop coming after Ikechukwu and me. Please. Like, what I'm doing it.
One guy said something yesterday. He was like, crying about certain things online won't even change anything. He was like, oh, you can talk about it, make some money, as a creator, all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, the people that are actually that actually can't change it, they don't give a
They don't give a damn. They don't give you are fighting the wrong people. The wrong freaking people. Take your energy and focus it in the right direction. If you want to fight for women's rights, like you feel like, oh, there are rights that are not this thing, fight the right people. I I cannot do anything. None of my family members are political figures. There's nothing I can do.
There's
What,
I cannot.
why are you?
I can't help you.
I can't help you. Focus your energy in that state. And to the men that they're not doing what they are supposed to be doing. Like, let's even focus on men for this thing. Like, I don't know what's going on in this. Like, I'm like, I'm not even going to. It's all of us. Like, we're not willing to work hard anymore. Like that zeal to chase after this thing to provide is not there. I don't know why. Is it now? Okay, another question I have. Which came first? The the unwillingness, I don't know how to put it, to provide, or from the men's end, or this thing, the unwillingness. What's the word I'm looking for? Is it unwillingness? Is it your word? Try the unwillingness on women's part to, you get what I'm saying, take care of the house. Like, which came first? Which do you feel came first? The men's end or the women's end? Because one is affecting the other. You know what I'm saying? Women's rejection of their roles is also affecting men's gender roles. So men are rejecting their own gender role. So which do you feel like came first? Because I don't know. I just know that it's there. So which do you feel came first? Which pushback came first? Like, was it men that were like, bro, I'm tired. I'm just no longer going to do it. And women caught on to it and were like, okay, I'm not going to this thing, and they all just got lost into it. Or was it women that decided, I'm no longer going to fit into this bubble, and the men are acting as so? Which,
Honestly, I don't know too. I don't know too. Because I feel like, obviously, it is like you find men out there that genuinely believe, oh, like, they should not be providers and stuff. And then you find women out there who genuinely believe. So like it's
so which one do you feel affects the other more? The men's end or the women's end? Is it like men like unwillingness to work, to provide, to act like men? Or is it the women's end?
I feel like it's the men's end. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's like, how do I put this? It's like no matter what they do or say, if because how the world works, like obviously we need them, we get for the world, both genders are needed for the world to keep going.
Wow.
But like the main thing is the world is like set on like the basics and like stepping stones for the world to continue. You find more men in those spaces, like system of government, all of those things, like you get. And then if we now decide, oh, to just kick back and relax and not do anything, to affect the world more, obviously. Like what they are saying is their own is just mostly going to affect homes, household. Like it's not going to really have a big impact per se on like the society. I don't know if you get. The only thing is, okay, fine. You have at some point men will be like, oh, I'll stop getting married. There will be less childbirth and all of that. But like there's no, I don't know how to put this in. Like, you get what you're saying. Like, I actually get what you're saying. Like, there are different ways where the world can crumble if you decide, oh, okay, why not? But like, the other one is it's like there's only just one way it can end, and that would be like population.
I get. So the men's end is like affecting more. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, I agree with you, because like if men just acted the way they were meant to, like let's say women's rights are a thing now, but we still see ourselves as providers, we still see ourselves as men. We fight against the things that are clearly wrong. No matter how much pushback there is from the women, and like we don't want to be providers, or they're caring for them. Because I feel like if you see all this feminism talk, it starts to get less older. So you see from the younger generation, and even from the older generation, is the one that their life don't go. Like there's nothing there's nothing they can do. See what you can do. Yeah, I mean that's the older. But like, the more the older they get, is less. So if men just acted the way they were meant to, these things won't exist. So okay, I guess supply and demand. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We are acting in ways that we shouldn't act, which is the supply.
Yeah.
And
So like you get at the end of the day,
I guess which is the demand, sorry. This is the demand. So they are supplying the negative energy and all that shit. I get what you're saying. So men, so basically it's still based on us. We should just, so the problem can be is we're the only one that can fix the problem that is not our fault. You get like it's just so crazy. Oh my god. Are you believing this world is just against men? Like it's nothing for a man, seriously. Problem that is not you. You're not the person instigating it. But no how. You're the one, you're the only one that can fix it. Oh my god. I say, you know, the way the world this world is going, I feel like households, men should be more involved in raising kids. I feel as a man, if you're the men don't focus like on building character. Like people just that's what me I feel. That's my own understanding of life. Men are not focused on building character. We just go out there, make money, start the family, then take all our baggage and throw it on the family. You know what I'm saying? You never worked on your anger issues. You never worked on your attachment issues, your all these issues. We deny it. We accept it. And I feel like our generation are more accepting of these things. Yes. We're using it as an excuse to not act like men. Oh, I have so issues. I have so issues. That's why I can. Oh, you have these issues. Work on them. You know what I'm saying? We accept that you have this issue. Like we have all these issues: anger issues, attachment issues, commitment issues, trauma. These are all things that men have, right? These are all the things that men of those generations they have are passed on to us. They never worked on it. We accept. But we are more into this. We accept these things. So I feel like the way we can make things better is by working on our character, on ourselves, on our behavior, while still trying as much as possible to be men. Because your problems are your problem as a man. Like I end up, you really don't give anymore. On a serious note, so you just have to. Back then, your only problem was providing for your family. Now you accept that okay, some trauma has been dumped on you. You know what I'm saying? You have anger issues, you have emotional issues. Just add it to the cards. You know what I'm saying? Add it to your cards and continue and work on it. Be a man. Be better. Just try work on yourself. It's not just about money. And don't use it as an excuse to not work hard. I feel like if everybody just accept this, just this one fact that okay, yes, I have trauma, but as a man, it's my job to work on it and provide. So life will just anything. And as women, like just if you work hard as a woman, like okay, as one thing I believe is as a woman, you should know your roles, accept accept your roles. But I always say this: never put your life in the hands of a man. In as much as okay, you accept that he is the provider, he is the whatever. Never let that make you complacent. Like okay, I'm just there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like as a woman, always be able to stand on your own. Like coming up, don't just I'm just going to wait to get married. Educate yourself, learn skills, have something that if anything happens, you can stand on your own. That is where strong power, that's my own understanding of strong, powerful women. You're not going against your roles, nature and all of that. Accepting your roles and still to step up when it needs to. Like, okay, this man is not acting the way he's learned to even to. That doesn't mean that my life is over. I can step up. I can do the things that he's not willing to do. That's what a strong, powerful, independent woman is to me. Not, I don't know, man. What are men for? What is a man? Not that's just childish behavior for me, Sha. So I'm not imposing my beliefs on anybody. I feel like as men, work on your character and work hard. As a woman, same thing, bro. Just work on your character. Don't just everybody should just see the blueprint is there. Why else? We're just making life hard. We all know what we should be doing. Look, deep down, forget what everybody knows. Everybody knows what they're doing. Dude, You can put somebody in the wilderness, but as they grow up, like they understand what they need to do to survive, because life is just structured in that way.
Exactly.
You understand what you need to do to survive, and we know what we need to do. Going against it is what's causing problem in the world for me, Sha. So I don't know. Do what you want to do with your life, man. Whatever you believe, if you don't believe in gender roles, my brother, my sister, cut off your genitalia. Let's see it. I don't keep it.
I mean, bro,
I don't, what I'm saying, right? Yeah, you want to be a woman? Sure. Go ahead. I'll be a woman. Oh, sorry. I will never understand women that accept trans men. I don't get it. As a woman, why are you comfortable with a guy calling himself a woman? With all the feminism in this world, you just sit back and you're like, okay, join us. This nigga has not gone through anything you've gone through. But he says he's a woman. Like, you know what? I don't know. You guys, maybe you just, sure, why not? Why not?
there's a lot of bullshit in the world, but hey, it is what it is.
I mean, why not? Let me just focus on my life. And I don't have money. I feel like that should be my problem, not what you do with your private area.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching today's episode.
Yeah.
See you on the next one.